Real Madrid is working on its biggest summer of the decade in terms of signings. Iñaki Peña will most likely leave Barcelona this summer. Xabi Alonso is said to have recommended Piero Hincapié to Real Madrid. His value is estimated at 40 million euros. Robert Lewandowski will be back against Inter Milan. FC Barcelona and Frenkie De Jong are negotiating a contract extension. Both parties want to continue together. Bald is practically ruled out of the match against Inter. The left back didn't recover in time. Real Valladolid fans protested against Ronaldo Fenômeno, the club's owner. They made a fake €500 bill with Ronaldo's face. 3 relegations and 3 promotions in 6 years. Worst campaign in the club's La Liga history. Eliminated by a 3rd division team in the Copa del Rey. Numerous protests from Valladolid fans during the match against Barcelona, with banners and flyers calling for Ronaldo to sell his shares. Manchester City is ready to make an €80 million bid for Rodrigo. Rafinha scored for Barcelona yesterday. This season with the Blaugrana, 52 matches, 30 goals and 23 assists. Inter is looking to sign Real Madrid midfield duo Arda Güler and Dani Ceballos this summer. Barcelona rejected an approach from Manchester United for Fermin Lopez. The Spanish club wants over 50 million euros for the midfielder. Cesc Fabregas turns 38 today. 198 matches, 22 goals, 57 assists, 2 Premier League titles, 1 FA Cup, and 1 League Cup. Chelsea will earn £1 million per match for the Damic sponsorship on their shirt. The deal is expected to generate between £6 million and £8 million in additional revenue by the end of the season. Arne Slot on Chelsea. It's one of the matches, maybe the only one, where I felt the other team was better than us. Chelsea has been impressive since the start of the season, that's for sure. Christopher Nkunku has decided to leave Chelsea this summer. It's now beyond doubt. Here is the badge that will appear on the sleeves of the shirts of teams participating in the Club World Cup. Arsenal sporting director Andrea Berta is pushing to sign Victor Gyökeres. Several talks have already taken place. Chelsea, Manchester United, and Real Madrid are also in the race. It's still wide open. Gyökeres could leave Sporting this summer for 60 to 70 million euros. Arda Güler has always been considered a key part of Real Madrid's long-term project. Several offers for him have been rejected, including one from Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen last year. If Rodrigo leaves, Real Madrid will look for a forward with a similar profile and role to Joselu. The money from that big sale would also be used to strengthen other areas, especially defense. Lucas Vázquez will leave Real Madrid this summer. It's over. Here is Mbappe's reaction to the new GTA 6 delay announcement on Instagram. Carlo Ancelotti, we want to fight for the La Liga title, and we can do it. Arsenal has told Real Madrid that a potential transfer for William Saliba would only be considered in exchange with Aurelien Tchouameni. Real Madrid would like David Alaba to leave the club this summer due to his high salary. Liverpool is willing to meet Real Madrid's conditions for Alexander-Arnold to play in the Club World Cup in Madrid. Conditions: the club must pay a fee under €1 million, and Trent must forego his last month's salary. Real Madrid paid €4 million in bonuses to Fenerbahce after Arda Güler played his 50th match for the club. Fenerbahce also has the option to play a friendly against Real Madrid as part of the deal. Alvaro Arbeloa is one of the candidates to replace Xabi Alonso at Bayer Leverkusen. Joan Martinez has recovered from his injury. He will gradually return to training with Juvenal and next week. As with Modric and Vázquez, the club is considering extending Vallejo's contract by a few weeks so that he remains a Real Madrid player during the Club World Cup. The club doesn't want him to leave during the tournament. Here is Federico Valverde's new tattoo. Ajax is ready to sell Dutch defender Jorel Hato this summer, with Chelsea considering a move for the 19-year-old. Alexander Zinchenko could be set to leave Arsenal this summer, with interest from Borussia Dortmund. Everton is considering a deal to bring former striker Richarlison back, with Tottenham open to a fee of around £40 million. Aston Villa has scouted Samu Agahoa in recent weeks and is interested in signing the Porto striker this summer. Shakhtar Donetsk is close to an agreement with Arda Turan to appoint him as their new head coach. Newcastle will rival Arsenal to sign Roma center-back Evan Dika, valued at around £30 million. Ebereki Ease has informed Crystal Palace that he wants to leave the club this summer. Aston Villa, Manchester City, Newcastle, and Tottenham are all interested in the 26-year-old. Theo Hernandez's transfer will cost Real Madrid around €40 million, an attractive amount given his quality and experience. Mendy and Fran do not want to leave the club. However, Real Madrid would be happy to listen to offers for both players. Real Madrid is interested in Alvaro Carreras, and his name has come up in the club's offices. However, his €50 million price tag seriously complicates the deal. Congratulations to Al Ahly, winners of the AFC Champions League. Jurrien Timber is very doubtful for the second leg against PSG. There are also concerns over Martin Odegaard, who was seen limping yesterday against Bournemouth. Frank Lampard's work at Coventry is remarkable. He took over the club in 17th place in the championship. He has brought them up to 5th, meaning they now have a shot at Premier League promotion by the playoffs. Exactly 4 years ago, Manchester City qualified against PSG for the club's first ever UCL final. Riyad Mahrez scored a brace. Exactly 3 years ago, Real Madrid miraculously won the UCL semi-final against Manchester City. 1% chance, 99% faith. Ousmane Dembele will return to training tomorrow. PSG will have the Frenchman back for the second leg against Arsenal on Wednesday. Real Madrid is considering a summer move for Real Sociedad right-back John Aramburu. Club Brugge left-back Maxim de Kuiper is on Liverpool's radar. They have been scouting him for over 12 months and consider him an ideal option. Leroy Sane is set to extend his contract with Bayern. An agreement has been reached. €10 million base salary. €5 million in bonuses. Official announcement is now imminent. John Stones is free to leave Manchester City this summer, with Saudi clubs interested. However, Brighton, Juventus, West Ham, and Everton also want to sign the Englishman. Chelsea is ready to meet Aston Villa's £60 million asking price for Ollie Watkins if they fail to sign Victor Osimhen. Hansi Flick plans to use a backline of Inigo, Cubarsí, Araujo, and Eric against Inter. PSG is considering selling Kang-in Lee this summer. Barcelona wants to buy Alejandro Grimaldo from Bayer Leverkusen as they look to replace Gerard Martin. Aston Villa expects to receive offers from Saudi Arabia for Emi Martinez and Leon Bailey. Juventus is considering a swap deal that would see Douglas Luiz move to Newcastle and Sandro Tonali return to Serie A. Los Angeles FC is pushing to sign Thomas Muller, who will be a free agent this summer. Liverpool has started talks with Chelsea striker Christopher Nkunku for a potential summer transfer. Xavi is the favorite to replace Postecoglou if he leaves Tottenham. Spurs are also considering bringing back Mauricio Pochettino. Everton has joined the race to sign Liam Delap from Ipswich for £30 million. Julen Lopetegui is the new head coach of Qatar. Aston Villa expects Marcus Rashford to turn them down this summer and believes he will instead join PSG.